What's good, folks? Beach Lasagna here with the very first video on this channel. So, um, short introduction. I'm not a professional or very good PvPer at any of that, but I do enjoy the game and I enjoy the PvP aspect of the game. So, that forward, um, I try to do my best every season. I consistently reach rank 8, close to rank 9. So, which most of you, I'm pretty sure, do. So yeah, there's that. So let's get back into the reason why the video, and let's start with featuring the Pokemons that I'm gonna be using in this team of three, starting with Poliwrath. Um, Poliwrath, as you can see on the screen also, we're running Mud Shot, Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, very normal, no spice at all. Those are the IVs, not the worst, not the best, but it works. In Ultra League, everything works pretty much. It's more forgiving than a Great League, I would say. Alolan MUK next. I'm gonna be using Alolan MUK on safe swap because it's amazing. It has a great move pool and high energy gain. As you can see again, the IVs are not amazing. The same with the Charizards, but they work. That's the key point here. They work. Fire Spin, Blast Burn. Well, Blast Burn it's a bit tricky to get if you're a new player. Because it's a community day. You can only obtain it through a elite charge DM or just get a trade from someone in your community. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot of those Charizards with Blast Burn stacked up. So just reach to someone and uh, ask for one. Now we're gonna jump into the first game of the set. Well, I should actually mention that I end up going 9-1 with this team, and I'm gonna talk a bit more after this battle. So we're starting with Poliwrath, with Venusaur. We swap immediately into Muk, amazing. They choose to stay in, which is fine by me. They swap into Gyarados. We go straight for the Sludge Wave here. If this goes through, it's gonna do catastrophic damage. So let's see. Right, Sludge Wave hits. No matter what move comes from this Gyarados, it's not gonna one-shot us, and we just gonna let it go through. So it's an Aqua Tail. We reach another Dark Pulse. We have a bit of residual energy left also, which is fantastic. And now we're going for Snarl. Amazing, we get another Dark Pulse. That's why Muk on Safe Swap, it's amazing. They choose to shield that one, so they're down to shields. I'm fine with that. We can go back and Poliwrath. So we jump with Poliwrath, they immediately throw something, so I know this is for sure. Yeah, Aqua Tail does almost no damage. So Masha doesn't do a lot of damage, which is perfect in this situation because we can farm a ton, and I'm 100% sure the Venusaur is gonna come back in. But we have already 2 Ice Punches stored, and we're looking pretty good. Obvious play, we shield the Frenzy Plant, we go for Ice Punch. Back-to-back Ice Punches, chipping on this Venusaur here. Another Ice Punch gonna go through, so this is gonna put it through, yeah, in red. Now we swap in the Charizard, 2 fast moves, and it's done. Now they having a drift move in the back. Well, this could be a problem if he gets to a Shadow Ball, but he's not gonna have time. So we're just gonna for Blast Burn. They're gonna throw here a nice Wind, which is they can do more than that pretty much. No matter, I could have choose to shield also, but it's no point. So we're just gonna fast move it down here. So that's the first game. So that's a convincing win. So I was saying that I ended up going 9-1 with this team, but I recorded in this video. I'm just gonna feature seven battles because 2 of those battles left. Yeah, I ended up going one set 5-0 and 4-1, but the set I went 5-0, it was due to because 2 of my opponents had horrendous lag. I had horrendous lag also, so they were not worth showing. So I'm just gonna show the other 2 battles from the 5-0 set and the 4-1 set. So we're jumping into the second battle here. Let's see how this is gonna turn out. We're against the Toxicroak. This is a horrible lead. Horrible. I would not stay usually in this one, but something tells me that uh, I should just sack pretty much the Poliwrath and do as much damage as I can to the Toxicroak, because Toxicroak can do very well against my Muk if I save swapping it, and I want to really keep the Charizard on the back because I have a feeling this guy is running a Venusaur. So they're gonna throw here again. We're gonna shield. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go for as much damage as I can. We're gonna go for straight dynamic punches. No point in baiting. It's, yeah, just dynamic punch straight. This goes through and we swap immediately to Charizard, and they swap into a Dragonite, which is fantastic because Dragon Claw is gonna do massive damage to the Dragon, the Dragonite. So we're gonna go for the Dragon Claw here. They choose to shield, so I'm like, alright, they choose to shield. I really need to get another Dragon Claw through. I have some energy left, so just shielding and going for a Dragon Claw. I am overfarming a bit of them, or a bit of energy here, thinking I can get to another Dragon Claw. But we get one through. I'm happy with that. With no more shields left. This is gonna KO us. But now we're gonna come in with Muk farming that with Snarl. Snarl does neutral damage to Dragonite, so Dragon Claw is not gonna do that much damage to us, as you can see. And then they swap into Toxicroak. Now we catch on this Poliwrath the Mud Bomb. This is crucial because now we can come in with Muk and just farm it down. And now they choose to come in with Excadrill, right? Interesting pick there. I definitely want to try that one out. So we're gonna go for Dark Pulse back to back, which it should KO the Excadrill. And then they have Dragonite in the back with a bit of energy, I believe. But the problem is the Dragon Breath here. So we managed to snarl all down. Amazing. Next battle here from the 5-0 set. Poliwrath on the lead versus Kingler. I never saw Kingler before, so I'm deciding to stay in because he's water typing, so anything that he can throw to us is not gonna do that much damage, and I'm fine with it. Right, not much damage as you can see. We're just gonna go for back-to-back dynamic punch and see what they decide to do. So they're gonna throw another move here. We're just gonna let go through. Crab Hammer. Crab Hammer does a bit more damage, but not enough to put us in danger. This dynamic punch does a lot of damage, and now we choose to go for an Ice Punch to finish off the remaining health on the Krabby, on the Kingler. Yeah, this KO'd. We won the lead. Oh, they swap into Togekiss, immediately swap into Charizard, and they swap into Snorlax. Now I'm thinking, I don't want to see that Togekiss against my Muk. I don't want to see that Togekiss against my what is it, Poliwrath, if they still have shields up. So I'm thinking, go straight for Blast Burn and see what happens here. I decided to let this one go through because Body Slam is not gonna do enough damage to one-shot us. So we're gonna go for Dragon Claw since they have the defense lowered from the superpower. Another move is gonna come in. I want to protect the Charizard now because I can farm it down and have a lot of energy for the next for the Togekiss that's gonna come in. Now they come with the Togekiss and I throw a Blast Burn. They still have one shield left, but they choose to not shield. I don't know why, but they choose to not shield and they back off. So now this is gonna be the 4-1 set that I've been having so far. I've been having great success with the team, and I think it's been working very well for me in Ultra Premier Cup. We have a Gallade versus our Poliwrath. Immediately swap. It's a bad move. Now this is the first mistake. I swapped into Charizard. Bad mistake. I just swapped immediately into Muk, not Charizard. But mistake number one, I go for a Blast Burn. It doesn't do enough damage. Now they reach a charge move here, and I'm thinking I can throw a Dragon Claw. They're not gonna shield, and they're gonna farm down fast moves. That's my plan, but as you guys are gonna see, it's gonna be a mistake again. They're gonna farm me down. They're gonna have energy, um, residual energy from farming my Charizard. Now I'm coming with Poliwrath, and I'm thinking they're not gonna throw Wild Charge, right? Yep, Wild Charge. Horrible, horrible for me. Now I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna farm it down and then throw something in a swap. Ah, they get to another move, so I can't afford shielding that one. Let it go through. Coming with Muck, one Snarl. They still have Glade in the back. I have energy. We CMP tie here, but I know this for sure is gonna be a close combat, so I'm gonna shield it. They're gonna bail off, and they swap in, and they have Venusaur in the back. Uh, so if I would have kept swapped into the Mach, I would have a better matchup against the Alolan Golem, and I would have had Charizard to counter his Venusaur. So that was a mistake that I learned from this game, and I was like always swap into Mach, almost always swap into Mach, and let the Charizard and the Poliwrath do the work in the back. If you get countered on the lead, of course. Lesson learned. Uh, this Gallade is gonna reach, even though I have back-to-back Dark Pulses, you're gonna see I'm gonna throw this Dark Pulse, thinking he's gonna KO, but it doesn't. I'm guessing that Gallade has very good PvP IVs. That's why he didn't do more damage. I'm not sure. I might be mistaken. Who knows? Well, lesson learned, always swap into Mac no matter what, and work it out from there. Let's move to the next game. Next game against Frodo Baggins. This is a cool name. We're meeting a crosser on the lead. This is good for us. Usually standard moves is Smackdown, Rock Slide, X Scissor, and none of those are gonna do enough damage for us to threaten us, but our Dynamic Punch is gonna do quite a lot of damage. So we choose to overfarm a bit. We're gonna let every single move go through. Is no point. Poliwrath is very bulky. We choose to throw the Dynamic Punch here. So they decide to shield, which is very interesting. I'm not gonna shield this either. It's like no point. Even if he puts me low, I can still reach another move. They choose to bait. That's perfectly fine. We're gonna throw the Dynamic Punch here, and then we're gonna reach another one. Perfect. Okay, they shield again. Now is the race to the move. They get first to them, so I'm thinking let's go through. I have shield advantage 2-0, and then I'm going to Mach farm all the energy in the world and just nuke everything that comes my way. Yeah, after the Crustle, take down Crustle. So Swampert comes in. This is a tricky situation, right? Good thing we saved those two shields at the start, because my Charizard cannot take onto the Swampert, and I need to save all the shields for Mach now. No matter what it comes, Hydro Cannon, Slash Wave, whatever it is, it's Earthquake, which is gonna one shot, shield everything. So they get to two Hydro Cannons back to back. I'm gonna shield this one also, 100%. Now I'm expecting a swap, which you do, and they have their own Mach in the back. Now we swap in the Charizard. We should be able to survive one Dark Pulse. We get to the Blast Burn. We're gonna throw the Blast Burn. This is gonna do massive amount of damage. It puts it almost in farm range. So they're going to choose Gang Shot. Very good move, but it's I believe it's 7 snarls to the Gang Shot, and it's only 6 snarls to the Slash Wave. That's why I choose to go for the Slash Wave. Sometimes you need that a bit of like only one. If I would have had one fast move, I could have won. So and usually don't need that much damage. The Gang Shot does a lot of damage. You don't need that much. So Swampert comes in. We had two dark pools stored up, and we just take down the Swampert and the Mach. Amazing. Like again, Mach, amazing. It's a very versatile Pokemon, and it puts work. It puts work. On the third game here, we're gonna meet Gyarados on the lead. I'm choosing to stay because Ice Punch is gonna do alright damage. It's not gonna do amazing. It's a weak move, but it still does alright. And Dynamic Punch does a bit more damage, but it's a bit more expensive in energy. So I choose to go spam Ice Punches, put it low, and then just to go in and farm 500 remaining health with Muck. That's the plan. So they choose to throw here. I'm not gonna shield anything. Crunch would do quite some consistent damage, but they choose to go for Aqua Tail, which does absolutely no damage here. So we let it go through. They're gonna get to another Aqua Tail, I'm believing. They did back to back. Perfect. We have enough health to get another move. Now here I choose to go for Dynamic Punch. Debatable. I should have went maybe for double Ice Punch, but it does enough damage, so I'm fine with that. But we get to another Ice Punch in time. So we throw to choose the Ice Punch. We get the Venusaur. We swap immediately because Venusaur is very good against Poliwrath and just gonna farm us down for all the energy in the world. Now we swap into Mach. We let everything go through. Frenzy Plant doesn't do enough damage to take us down that easily, so we're just gonna go for Dark Pulse back to back. I believe 2 Dark Pulses and a bit of Snarl damage is gonna take down this Venusaur. They choose to stay in, which is interesting. So as you can see, Snarl does, Dark Pulse does a lot of damage. Now I'm not gonna shield this move either because it's no point. It's not gonna KO me. Right, they get Frenzy Plant back to back. Now I'm gonna shield and try to get either the last shield or just KO this Venusaur. Get rid of it. Oh, actually I let it go. Alright, so I can hold into shield. Oh, right, I come with Charizard and just farm it down, but they swap into Snorlax. Right. So now, I'm presuming this is a Body Slam here. They went too fast, but I'm choosing to shield because I want to save the Charizard to finish off the Venusaur in the back, and I'm thinking only a Sludge Bomb is enough for Venusaur to take me down, and they don't have that much energy, so I'm just gonna shield everything and just go for farm. Now we land the Blast Burn, which is fantastic, and now we're just gonna go for Dragon Claws here. So this game is pretty much over. I guess if he would have shielded Blast Burn, I would have had a bit more trouble with it, but I still had 1 shield advantage, and yeah. So the idea behind this team, the way I'm running it, I just let the Poliwrath lead soak all the damage in neutral matchups, and just swap if I see a Togekiss or a Venusaur in the lead. I'm gonna swap into my Mach. So now we're having a Scissor in the lead, which is perfect for us. None of Scissor moves is gonna do enough damage to kill us, to put us low from or KO us. So we're just gonna let everything go through and go for straight Dynamic Punch, which is gonna do a lot of damage. Nice Slash comes through, not enough damage. Clefable comes in. Now I swap into Charizard, thinking, alright, now I'm gonna go for Blast Burn and just almost one-shot this thing, but I'd go for a Dragon Claw here. Very good read on my opponent, he doesn't shield. Respect, good play. Now they're gonna throw a Meteor Mash, which I'm gonna shield, of course. I want to put more pressure on this Clefable. And now I'm choosing to go for another bait here. So I'm thinking, if the dice go through, I win the swap. And then they shielded, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for another Dragon Claw and farm down the remaining health. So they get 1, 2, 3, almost took it out, so I will choose to throw the energy here, which is fine. So we won't swap with 1-1 on shields. Swampert comes in. Swampert gets 3 mud shots. Well, now that Swampert has 3 mud shots of energy, we choose to come with Poliwrath in because we resist Hydro Cannon. The only single charge attack that will do a lot of damage would be Earthquake or Sludge Wave, and we get to back Dynamic Punches. We get the last shield, and I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna go for the nuke move for sure against us now, so we need to shield and preserve the health on the Poliwrath. So we shielded perfectly the Earthquake. We're gonna go for Dynamic, but they get to another they get to just to a Hydro Cannon, which is not gonna do enough damage to kill us. We just go for dynamic punch here, which is gonna take off the Swampert. Now the Caesar comes in. I could have swapped immediately into the MUK here, but yeah, I could have swapped, but I just let it through. They threw the energy, and now we just with a bit of with one Dark Pulse and some Snarl damage, this is, should take it off. Should take it, bring it home. The only move that is gonna do quite a lot of damage, as you can see, it's Iron Head, which is not enough to KO us from this range, and we just 3 more Snarl, 2 more Snarls, and that's it. We took that game also. I believe this is the last match, and it's gonna be a good showcase why I chose to go for Sludge Wave on MUK. So we're having Poliwrath on lead versus Machamp. This is a very Machamp wins in 2 and 1 shield scenarios. A bit of lag there because of the counter damage that adds up. So Crouch Up comes through, we shield. Our plan is to stay in here, get his shields, or get rid of this Machamp because I can't swap MUK in. Counter is gonna add up, Crouch Up is gonna do neutral versus MUK, and it's very risky to bring the Charizard because their Rock Slide can one-shot the Charizard. So I'm like, I'm not risking that. Either I take his shields or I take its HP, right? So they go for another Crush Chop. We get Dynamic Punch here. Straight Dynamic Punch, no point in baiting. Could've, but it's risky. So they choose to shield. And they're gonna get to another Cross Chop here. So Cross Chop is not gonna do that much damage now. Right, doesn't. Or he undercharge, and we swap both immediately. They try to swap into this Venusaur so they can get ahead on energy, but we both swapped, and I choose to swap into Charizard. So Slash Bomb is gonna do quite a lot of damage, as you can see, but I choose to overfarm a bit and throw the Blast Bomb, which is gonna KO the Venusaur. And now they choose to come in with a Lapras here, which is good for me because I can get in time to another Blast Burn, which is gonna do quite a chunk of damage, I would say. Yeah, half HP on the Lapras. They farm us down completely, which is fine. They have a lot of energy, but we can come in with Poliwrath and soak all those surfs, whatever. So I came with Poliwrath. They could have farmed me down, but they choose to throw. I don't know why. Probably I could have got Dynamic Punch, not sure. So now we come into MUK here. Farm all the energy. We have already 3 Snarls in. They're gonna throw a Surf. And then they're gonna swap into Machamp here, as you can see. So that's why I choose the Sludge Wave, because I get so fast with it, and this is gonna one-shot the Machamp. So Lapras comes in, few more Snarls. Surf is not gonna take us out here. Probably just Skull Bash, but they're far away from that. Surf comes in, we get the Dark Pulse, and that's it. That's a wrap. So that's a wrap right there for them. This is gonna be a 4-1 set. Like I said, the team it's very basic, not that hard to invest in, or I should say just the Charizard is the most tricky one to get, but it's 2015 and we get we have a lot of people that have a lot of Charizard over, and you can get one. Now that being said, the main points to take from this is always try to get shields advantage with Poliwrath on neutral or positive matchups. Stay in, throw those moves in, and take advantage of his bulk, let's say. And most of the times just swap, safe swap into MUK and keep that Charizard in the back. When all the shields are down, you know, Charizard goes to town, I would say. So yeah, that was it. That was the first video. Let me know in the comments what do you think of this team. Let me know if you did great with it, if you did worse with it, and also some feedback on this video would be much appreciated. If you enjoyed, smash a like, smash a share to your friends, and see you in the next one. Thank you very much.